If you're looking for some tools for your gunsmith collection or you're thinking about getting into do-it-yourself gunsmithing, these are the top 5 things that I recommend for any do-it-yourself gunsmither. What's up, everyone? Thanks for stopping by. I am the Average Doomsday Prepping Dude. So if you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you've probably seen that I have a vast amount of do-it-yourself videos for the do-it-yourself gunsmither, and you've probably seen me use a whole bunch of different tools in my videos. So today we're going to be going over my top 5 tools that any do-it-yourselfer should have in their gunsmith tool collection. So all the tools that I'm going to be recommending today, you can buy on Amazon, and that's where I have bought my tools over the years. So I will be having product links in the description section below, so you can actually find those tools easier for you to get. All right, so for my top 5 recommendations, we're actually going to be going in the order of 1 to 5 and not 5 to 1. So that way you know what is the most important to get and kind of build up from there. It's not a countdown per se, it's actually what my recommendations are in order. Okay, so before we begin, please take the time to hit that little red button below to like and subscribe. And if you know some people who would benefit from the information on my channel, please share this video so you can help spread the word about my channel. All right, let's get into this. So the first thing that I recommend that everyone should have in their gunsmith tool collection is a Lyman gun mat. So the Lyman gun mat is a great gun mat. It's like a 12 by 14 piece of rubber. It does have raised areas on the mats. That way when you have your gun taken apart and you have small parts on the table, they're not going to roll off and get lost. Or if you have tools, you know, it has areas for you to put your tools, main work area, small parts, tools. So it's just a great mat for you to be able to find pieces easily or parts on your mat easily without having them get lost on a neoprene mat or in your work area. And it's a solid foundation for any gunsmither or do-it-yourselfer to build on. Okay, so the second thing that I recommend that everyone should have in their gunsmith tool collection is a Gunsmith Hammer. So everyone who does do-it-yourself or gunsmithing does need a rubber mallet or two-sided mallet, one with a rubber-sided face that you can actually see mine is beat to crap from all the work that I've done over the years, and a brass-sided face for, you know, hammering out your punches or hammering your punches. So it's a small, lightweight, specialized gunsmith hammer that, you know, everyone needs to have. And coming in at number 3 for my recommendations is the Tecton Punch Set. All right, so this looks like the Tecton Spikes of Death, but it's actually the Tecton Punch Set. It actually has 2 different rows. One has nubs for, you know, punching out roll pins and whatnot, so it seats inside the set of roll pins, so it's not going to slip. And then the other side, I'm using the biggest ones, so you can see the other side or the other ones are flat heads, so that way you can actually like punch out sights. Anything with a flat surface, you'll want to use the flat ones. So it has them all the way down to 1/16 and goes up to 1/4 inch. You'll be using the smaller ones for your CZs and other stuff that have, you know, smaller roll pins, and your bigger stuff for, like I said, sights and whatnot. But this is great because it does have both the ones with nubs and the flat heads, and the set isn't too expensive over the one that only comes with, I think, 6 to 8 of the punches. And you know, I had a cheaper punch set years ago when I first started getting into gunsmithing, and that set was a real piece of garbage. And I can't stress how good this Tecton punch set is. So for the money, you know, I think it's around 60 bucks. It's definitely a good investment if you're going to be buying gunsmith tools. You know, get yourself a good punch set because you're going to be using your punches a lot. And number 4 on my list is the Wheeler bench blocks. So I have 2 bench blocks that I use. Both are Wheeler Engineering bench blocks. They're name brand. I don't buy the cheap Chinese stuff. The first one is an AR style bench block that you can actually fit your AR lower receiver in, as well as your upper receiver that actually kind of fits it nicely, that it's not going to move when you're hammering out pins. I do use this for pistols occasionally because it does have a nice flat surface on the side, as well as the side does have some areas that have some cutouts for you to be able to, you know, if you have something as a safety or something, it'll kind of sit inside there. I also have the 1911 pistol style one. I think it says it's for 1911s, but it can do everything else. I use this for my Berettas and CZs. It has 2 sides. This is good for, you know, putting your slide in so it doesn't move around, also on this side, and has holes in various different places for you to kind of find a comfortable spot for you to hammer on something hard and have a pin drop. I know a lot of people like to use duct tape rolls to kind of just hammer through. That's the poor man's bench block. But, you know, if you're going to be doing some serious work, these things aren't that expensive. I think they're like 15 bucks. But get one of these 2 bench blocks and you'll have it for, you know, the rest of your life. And it's just a good investment for your tools to have as a do-it-yourselfer or do-it-yourself gunsmith. And the final item on my list is also the most expensive. It is the Wheeler Universal Sight Tool. This thing is great. I know there are cheaper sight tools out there for like 50 bucks or so. This thing is around $150 to $170. But, you know, I have used this so much in the past few years that I've had it. You know, it's hard to justify up front, but once you see how much you're going to use this thing will work on all your pistols, and it basically can be fine-tuned however you want it. And it's a really, really solid piece of aluminum. I mean, this thing is really, really well built. Wheeler really knows what they're doing, and I highly recommend this if you're, you know, changing your rear sights, your front sights, whatever. You know, if you have multiple pistols, this will accommodate everything you need to do. This thing is just amazing. So taking a look at it closer, you know, it can be fine-tuned here where the slide sits in, and then you adjust it there. It has a cutout for, you know, the bottom end area where your slide engages the front end of your frame, and then it has a nice, you know, area for you to push. It's nice and smooth. This thing is well worth it, and I can't, you know, recommend the Wheeler sight tool enough over those generic Nagstar things for like 50 or 60 bucks. So I do have one honorable mention in addition to the top 5 that I've already recommended, and that's going to be a magnetic parts cup holder. The magnetic parts cup holder you've probably seen in my do-it-yourself videos on any of them, where I'm holding springs, screws, roll pins. It's just great for small magnetic parts because you can ensure that your parts do not get lost. They used to be free from Harbor Freight, but they did away with those promotions, so I think they're around $4 there now. But you can get them on Amazon or something similar on Amazon that I will put the product links below. So there you have it. Those are the top 5 plus one honorable mention of the tools that I recommend every gunsmith should have in their tool collection. There are going to be product links below in the description, so you can find those easily on Amazon. And while you're down there, please also hit the red button below to like and subscribe, as well as share my videos so you can help spread the word about my channel. I appreciate everyone stopping by and taking a look, and until next time, I will see you all.